Hey everybody, what is going on? Voodoo51292 here, and welcome to a late channel update this week. This is the week of Monday, August the 20th through Sunday, August 26th of 2012, and welcome to the first channel update that I am doing in my new apartment, which you all saw a tour of come up on the channel last week, which I hope everyone watched and enjoyed, to kind of get a feel for where I'm going to be stationed in hopefully the next couple of years as I finish out school. And again, I do apologize that this update is a couple of days late. It's on a Wednesday instead of a Monday, but you know, I just started school on Monday, and so the past couple days have been a little bit hectic. You know, adjusting back to the school schedule, you know, running some errands after class for the past couple of days, getting some stuff that I need for school and all sorts of stuff. So I just haven't really had much of an opportunity to sit down and do the update until now. But I have a little bit of free time, so here it is. Oh, excuse me. So anyway, some things to talk about this week. The plan basically for this week and really the next month as it is, as far as footage, is going to be pretty simple. Which is why I wasn't really rushing to get this update out, because it's as far as the plan goes for this week and the upcoming weeks, it's not going to be too complicated, but there is some information that I would like to share with you guys. So before we get into that, let's talk about last week and what happened. And you know, I'm going to say this once. I've said it many times, but I'm going to get out of the way, and then we're going to move on. All right. Of course, I'm well aware of the footage that I have backed up, that's been backed up for weeks now, that I haven't been able to get up to the channel, which is co-op X-Men gameplay with Dave and I, an episode of Pokemon Friday, albeit kind of a boring episode to be quite honest, and 20 some odd matches that I did by myself of Back to Black Ops. As I've mentioned every week, I know this footage has been backed up, and I do realize that that's the case, alright? Last week, it was my intention to continue to try to upload this stuff. Unfortunately, I was extremely tied up last week getting ready to move back here, between packing and going to last-minute doctor's appointments and doing errands. I just didn't have the time to upload, and I can no longer upload videos overnight while I sleep, and I'll talk about why a little bit later in the video and how the uploads are going to kind of be affected by that. But we'll get there. So what I'm going to say is this, alright? I know that the footage is backed up, and I'm going to get it up when I get it up, alright? Right now I'm right in the middle of a new game, a new release. Obviously that's going to take precedence over Back to Black Ops, which there's, you know, literally hundreds of matches of me playing Black Ops up on this channel already. And the X-Men stuff is cool. To be honest, we kind of died a lot in the X-Men stuff and didn't get very far. So it's not like this stuff has to come up on the channel now, all this other stuff, alright? The new game definitely takes precedence, other stuff takes precedence. So, I know it's backed up, I will upload it when I have a chance to upload it, and that's really all I can say about it. That's all I'm going to say about it, because I'm tired of talking about it every week. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep as far as when I'm going to upload that stuff, so it's sitting on my computer. When I have a chance, when I have a break in new footage or whatever the case is, I will upload that stuff, and when I upload it, that's when I'll address it again and say, hey, I uploaded some stuff, alright? So we're just going to leave that as it is for right now. I know it's there, and whenever I have a break in new stuff, that's when that will go up, and not before, alright? So we're going to leave it at that. So as far as what I did do this previous week, the new apartment tour. I uploaded that on Saturday. I did the tour on Saturday, moved in Friday, and it's kind of a brief tour because I realized that this place is smaller than our previous apartment. It's a 3-bedroom and a 3-bath as opposed to a 4-bedroom and 2 baths, so smaller place. And I did do the tour by myself, so unfortunately there's no funny stuff going on with me and my friends. That's just how it is. I saw the opportunity when I was kind of by myself. The apartment was quiet, and I took that opportunity to make the update, or not the update, the tour. So I think that video has about 50 views on it right now. It's been out for maybe 3 or 4 days. So it seems that people are interested in the new apartment tour where I'm living, which is cool. So if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to go check it out. It's only, I think, 15 minutes long. Won't take up a lot of your time, and you can see the new place that we're in, and this new room that I'm currently sitting in, that you see at least a little bit more behind me than just a blank white wall. You can actually see half of my bed here and my calendar behind me, so a little bit of stuff to look at other than just a blank wall. So apartment tour was big, and I put that up. I know I talked previously about how maybe I would try to make it a series and do some other types of videos. To be honest, it was so hectic and so crazy and trying to get everything in order that I really just didn't have the time or really even think about stopping to do videos. And I apologize for that, but I kind of underestimated the amount of work and the time that would be required to move up here. So that's why I just did the apartment tour, but make sure to check it out. Just one video this year. So there you go. And then as far as gameplay footage, I jumped in and started the game that I will be actually playing for the next month, which is Darksiders 2. I think I have recorded, I want to say, 18 parts of that so far. I believe there are 11 parts of that currently as we speak up on YouTube. It's certainly an interesting game. It's pretty fun. It can be pretty challenging at the same time. So I've put in maybe, 2 hours or so into the game so far, which is basically nothing much, but it's a start. And so that's been coming up slowly over the past few days here on YouTube. So that's what I have been doing last week. So as far as the game plan for footage, and again, not just this week, but really all the way until next month when the next new release comes out, the plan is Darksiders 2. It's a long game. It's going to take me probably about a month to beat it, to be honest with you, considering how much stuff I have to do. And the next new release I'll be playing is Borderlands 2, which comes out September the 18th that week. So that gives me a little bit of just about a month to complete Darksiders 2, and really that's what you're going to be seeing on this channel gameplay wise for the next month. The new footage is going to be Darksiders 2, and that, like I said, that's why it's so simple. That's the game plan. It's just to play Darksiders 2 until I beat that game. Now, as far as the information I want to share with you, there's a couple things. All right, 2 main things that I want to share with you in this update, and then we will say goodbye for now. The first bit of information, again, is going to relate to the uploading and why the uploading seems kind of slow now. Why I can no longer upload continuously overnight, and that is the simple reason of the new computer. As you may know if you watched, I believe it was last week's channel update, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I got a new laptop. I got a MacBook Pro, and it's my goal, and what I've really been trying to do with it, and I've been doing a good job so far, is to maintain as much of the battery life of this computer as I can, because the battery life is very good on this computer, and I've been bringing this computer almost every day with me to class, and I would like the battery life to maintain, basically be able to last as long as it can for a while. And what that means is I am not charging the computer unless I absolutely have to. So basically I'm not leaving the computer sitting on the charger overnight. I'm letting the battery run down to about 15% before I plug it in, and then I let it charge, and when it hits 100%, I unplug it. I don't leave it sitting on the charger because that will drain the battery. And because of that, I can't upload overnight anymore, because what I used to do with my old PC laptop is that I always left that thing on the charger. That thing would sit on the charger all day, every day. And so what I would do is I would leave the thing on the charger, leave the laptop open overnight, and just queue up a bunch of videos, and overnight it would just upload all those videos and wouldn't die, obviously, because it was plugged into the charger. I can't do that with the MacBook Pro because I'm trying to preserve the battery life. And you might be saying, well, okay, well, can you, unplug the Mac, let it charge all the way up, unplug it, queue up videos to go overnight, and just let it upload until it dies? Because theoretically, it probably could last overnight if it's just sitting there not doing anything but uploading if it's off the charger. To which I say I could do that, but the problem is that I need it for school the next day. So if I leave it unplugged overnight and I let it upload till the battery runs out, I wake up in the morning, my computer's dead, and I don't have it for school the next day. So more or less, the only times I can upload videos are when I'm home here at the apartment, or I guess, at my house when I go home for the weekend sometimes. And I'm sitting here at home not doing anything, and I can monitor the battery. That's really loud. That's some kind of dump truck or something outside. Anyway, so that's really the only time I can upload videos is between, like, when I get, Christ almighty, when I get home from class until I go to bed. That time frame is when I can upload videos. And the internet here is a bit faster than it is at my house as far as uploads, but it's not super speed. I've never been able to match the speed of the dorm room when I lived there my freshman year of internet. That internet was godly. It was amazing. I was pumping out videos like nobody's business. 30 minutes I could have a video up. It was awesome. Never been able to get that close. So uploads here still take about an hour per video, whereas at home they may take 70 minutes, so it's not a huge difference. Alright. So that's why the uploads are going to be so much slower. And this could have positives, this could have negatives. Alright. I see it both ways. First of all, the negatives are obvious. Okay. I can't upload videos as fast. And it's going to take me a longer time to upload videos. It's going to be kind of a pain because I have to sit here and more or less monitor the videos, and this could really get to be a problem later in the year when you've got new releases every week, okay? And I might do a hardcore run on a game one week and beat it, and, I have maybe, 40, 50 parts of a game in 1 week that I've done. I probably can't upload 40 to 50 parts in 1 week. I just can't do it. And then all of a sudden the next week comes around and there's a new release, I'm playing that, but I'm still not done uploading from the previous week. So I can see that it might be a problem, okay? Positives of this are that it will allow you guys to better be able to keep up with the footage and follow along with the playthrough, okay? Because let's be honest, when you have somebody like DSP over here who's uploading, and this past week, for instance, he beat Sleeping Dogs and Darksiders 2 in 1 week, okay? Both of those games he finished with over 100 parts. So you're talking about maybe 220 parts that he uploaded in a 1 week period. Now, realistically, who in the world, other than him, has the kind of time to sit there every day and watch 8 hours of gameplay footage? Nobody. And so it could be a turnoff to where you're sitting here and all of a sudden videos start uploading and you might have 30 parts upload at one time and you're like, there's no way I can keep up with that. And, it's a turnoff and you may kind of give up. Whereas if I'm uploading slower, okay, then I may upload 2 to 3 videos a day. That's maybe what? You figure half an hour, 45 minutes at the most. Most people will be able to do that. Most people can go home and say, oh look, there's 3 new parts up of Voodoo's Darksiders 2 playthrough up. I have, an hour, half an hour to kill. I can watch those 3 parts and catch up, and then, I'll be up to speed in the next day. You know what I mean? So it gives each video a little bit more exposure. All the videos don't just become jumbled and lost in the crowd because I'm uploading so many at one time. And so I view it as a positive, I view it as a negative. And honestly, we're going to have to do it this way. There's really no way around it. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if it becomes a good thing. What I can say is that so far, my Darksiders 2, my 11 parts I have up, they each have around 5 views. Some have more, obviously, a piece. And you might say that's not much, but for me, when I upload full playthroughs, very rarely, if I upload them very quickly, do I have those kind of views. I may have some videos only have 1 view a piece, some videos that have no views. This way I'm getting, at least some steady viewership on every video. That's pretty nice. So it's going to have to go that way, and we'll just see what happens with it. Now, the second and final thing I want to talk about is possibly a new video camera in the future, alright? It's looking definitely that way. And I'll just preface it by saying you might notice that this channel update has no intro on it. If you remember, I've been putting that little video intro over my my channel updates and stuff recently. Well, I can't do that anymore because bottom line is the camera that I'm currently using records in MPEG format, MPEG video format. That format, the MacBook does not like, alright? It doesn't like MPEG, it doesn't handle it well, and you basically can't edit MPEG movies in iMovie. The format's just not really compatible with the computer, alright? And this is kind of the breaking point for me as far as, okay, I need a new camera. And so my plan is right now, I'm planning on getting a new camera for Christmas. And yes, to answer everyone's question, it's going to be HD, alright? And it's going to be 720p though. I'm not getting 1080p because multiple reasons. First of all, I just don't feel it's necessary. Two, not many games even render in 1080p, to be honest with you. Three, I don't even know if my TV is 1080p. I think it might only be 720p. It's kind of getting outdated. And I just don't think that the quality between 720p and 1080p is that drastic to where I want to get a camera that's going to be $100 more because it's 1080p and the files are going to be huge, and you know, I don't think it's worth it. So it's going to be 720p, and you know, that's the bottom line. I think 720p looks amazing, and I really don't see a need for 1080p right now. So it's going to be 720p, and I'm going to make sure that it records in a format that the MacBook is compatible with, and I can edit and all that other stuff with iMovie. So for the meantime, from now until then, these channel updates and all that kind of stuff, they're not going to have intros. They're going to be kind of like they were in the past, where it's just the video. And I know it was, I liked the intro a lot, I thought it was cool, but right now I can't do it with the Mac. It's just, it doesn't like me to do that. So that's kind of on the horizon. That's going to be a few months away. I'll definitely be talking more about this in the future because it's kind of a huge, big deal. I mean, I realize that I need to get in the game, and I do need to get HD. The people who are telling me to get HD are right. It's time that I make the switch. No, I'm not getting an HDPVR. Do not ask me to do it. Do not ask me why I'm not getting an HDPVR. I've answered this question hundreds of times on previous videos, and I'm not going to answer it again. If you ask me about it, I'm just not going to respond because I've talked about why I'm not getting an HDPVR many times. I'm getting a camera, but it's going to be 720p, alright? Oh, one more thing I did want to mention before I go. I've been getting a couple of questions now recently regarding Brandon and what happened to him and what happened to his account, bboy9fresh. I answered this earlier in the summer, but I understand that some people might not have gotten that. So just to touch on it briefly again for those people who are still confused, Brandon over the summer had some personal issues at home that he had to deal with, and so because of those reasons he had to shut down his previous account, which was bboy9fresh, and take a break from YouTube and deal with what was going on at home. He is going to college now. This is his first semester at college, so he's been very busy getting ready and doing all that kind of stuff, and I can relate. You know, I remember that a couple years ago, what that was like. But he is going to be, he does have another YouTube, and he's going to be coming back to YouTube to do gameplay in the future. To be honest with you, I don't exactly know when, because I haven't really talked to him about when, but I know he's coming back and he's going to be doing gameplay footage. I would assume it would be in the next couple of months as the games start to pick up. I would assume that's when he's coming back. But big news for everybody is that Voodoo's Brew will be returning probably within the next few weeks. I can't give you an exact date, but I have talked to him. He's all ready to go with Voodoo's Brew. He's actually bought a new microphone and everything. I still have a crappy, the same microphone I've been using, so you know, it is what it is. But he has a new mic and everything, and he's ready to come back to the brew. So we basically just have to make a time for both of us that will work, and bring Voodoo's Brew back after, I guess, a couple of months of hiatus. So very exciting news for the Zombie Army fans of the brew. It will be returning. It's going to be awesome, and I would assume in that episode that he is going to go over what happened with him, what's been going on with him, and what his future plans are for his new channel. And I assume all of that is going to be answered and talked about in the next episode of Voodoo's Brew, which I want to say is episode 10. So that's going to be a great episode because obviously we've been gone for a while, so we have just really any topic we want to talk about we can in this episode. And like I said, I'm sure all of those questions about him and the future of him on YouTube and all of that is going to be answered in great detail. So just stay posted when we do work out a time and date. Voodoo's Brew will make a comeback, and then obviously we'll try to get back on a schedule of doing them because I miss it, and I know that show is starting to get, you know, a pretty solid fan base, and we're talking about several hundred views each on every episode of the brew that we put out. We named our fans the Zombie Army, which I've kind of extended to mean any viewers or fans or followers of the channel. I've kind of encompassed that to mean the Zombie Army. So pretty cool stuff, and it will be coming back. We just need to work out a time and date. But that's what's going on with Brandon, for those of you who didn't hear me when I explained it last time, and who are watching this video. So that's the deal. Alright, thank you very much. Again, sorry for the delay in the update, but here it is. So after this update, I'm going to upload this, and then later tonight I'm probably going to try to get another couple parts of Darksiders 2 out. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. I'm back in school. Time to get back in the schedule and the routine of things. And the gameplay schedule again until around the 18th of September is going to be Darksiders 2. So, alright. Thank you guys very much. I will see you in the future, and this week coming up with Darksiders 2. And I hope everybody has a good week and has been doing well. So, alright. Until next time, I'm Voodoo51292, and have a good day. I'll see everybody later.